Hey everybody, this here I'm going to be cleaning out several computers, some of which are very overdue for a cleaning, so that might be a little bit entertaining. We're going to start out with the MidTower Deluxe, my primary system. We're about to upgrade the processor in this system to something much better, and I figured before I do that, we may as well clean this thing out, because who wants to work in a messy computer? I think it's been a year and change since I've cleaned this thing. Probably longer than that, to be honest. Let's pull this side panel off here and have a look. Now, recently I swapped out the CPU cooler, and of course I use a modified Dell heat pipe cooler, which I have a video on how I did that. So, have a look inside this. From a distance, it doesn't look that bad, but I mean, the graphics card's pretty nasty. The fan on it's pretty nasty, as well as the fans on the back. Power supply is not that bad, I don't think. Now I'm starting to think, okay, it's been a little bit longer than I remembered, or thought I remembered, since I last cleaned this thing. So it's gonna be a dust show, and it's a bit windy out here, so that's gonna probably help our cause a little bit. Anyways, let's go and get started. Okay, looking a whole lot better than it was before. So this actually wasn't terrible, although it was pretty filthy. Now the next one's going to be a lot more filthy. I'm going to hit that one more time. Alrighty, let's go move on to the next system. Okay, so our next system is the MidTower Deluxe Black Max. This is my parent system, and it is well overdue for a cleaning. I mean, well overdue. Hadn't serviced it in quite a while for some undisclosed reasons, but we're getting it serviced now, and this thing is well overdue for a cleaning. I mean, this CPU core is like packed full. Kind of embarrassed to even show this on YouTube, considering how bad this is. I mean, I try to take better care of stuff, but yeah. We're gonna get this thing cleaned up and also serviced. Got a fan back here that is actually about seized up, so I got to get the fans oiled, all that good stuff. And got this nor'easter system off the coast, and it's causing it to be windy. Also having some showers come through. So anyway, let's go and get this done. Okay. Man, this one was really dirty. Doesn't help that it came a very light drizzle out here as I was cleaning this up. So now I got to clean this freaking window. I also got to deal with this fan. It's actually seized pretty solid. Some oil should be able to fix that. But anyways, let's get this thing closed up and move on to the next one. Okay, so our next system is the Cube Computer Plexi. It's not as bad as the Black Max, but it's definitely due for a cleaning, so let's go ahead and take care of it as well. Got a leak on this nozzle, not to deal with. Okay. Good to go with this one now. It's on to the next one. Okay, up next is the TiViBox Cube. This is my bedroom TV computer. It's definitely been a minute since I cleaned this one. Got a fan in here making noise, so this fan here probably due for some oil. So go ahead and get this thing cleaned out while we are working on it. So anyways, going to start on this one. Alrighty, so this system, for those who aren't familiar with it, has a newer Mini ITX HP branded motherboard in it, and it actually uses a laptop power supply to power it. So this power supply is nothing more than just a PSU box or just a PSU case. I'm literally using it just to cover this hole up and to mount a fan in it. So there you go. So I'm going to slide the cover back on this one and move on to our last one for this video. Okay, last but not least, the PortaCube system. I have it home this week because I'm off work this week. So I figured let's go ahead and clean it out. It's the first time I think I've ever cleaned this thing out since I built it. Now, this system spends most of its time at my workplace, which I'll say that the air is not as dirty. And the reason for that is because both my systems and the Black Max, my parents' system, my parents and I, we both burn wood in the wintertime. So you get that ash from running the wood stove. So, I mean, honestly, this system really doesn't need to be cleaned. So yeah, quite a difference. Yeah, having that wood burning stove really puts a lot of dust in the air, a lot of ash in the air, and it just makes a big old mess. That's why this system looks so much nicer inside compared to the other systems I had just done here. Anyways, let's go ahead and clean this one out. I mean, just a light dusting is all this thing had. So anyways, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.